So cheeses are a little less effective on this map. Actually, ironically, one of the good things, really good cheeses on this map, is the Void Ray all-in that he already did.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going up that ramp to a single bunker on top, but he already used that play, so it's unlikely he's going to do it again.
Uh, hmm. Just looking at Behemoth, he's grabbing the one probe that's right next to his. You see what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
No.
He's just he's grabbing the one probe that's close to the exit. I'm curious to see if he's gonna do anything crazy, but
Yeah,
either way,
pull that off.
I think
I
for
think
this
it's
map,
just there. Yeah.
Blink Stalker all in, especially if he scouts that he's that close to him. I think a Blink Stalker all in is going to be the weapon of choice for Behemoth.
He could pull it out. There's the area to do it, but it's actually a very small. Like there's a small region of cliff that you can do it, and it's hard to like run around to another location.
yeah.
But yeah, if he does know really early, it is an option. But we'll see. Something tells me he won't. But
Yeah, I want to point out something just from experience here from the round of 4. I remember Sabre's matches on this map, and he absolutely just shuts down Protoss on this map. He played against Resolve. Resolve's only
Yeah.
loss going into this round of 4 was on this map.
and he did try and blink it.
Yeah, he did, and it was a massive fail. Sabre just he turtled in on 2 bases, and then easily expanded out to that third
That's
because
the thing. Yeah.
this is just a very Sabre is very confident on this map, and if he loses this game, I don't see Sabre winning this matchup because his confidence is so high with this map.
Nice scout from Behemoth coming into the main base right now of Sabre.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna work out super nice for him, and I am really, really concerned for Sabre, if not this game, in the length of this series, man. He's continuing to not go for SCV scouts, and Behemoth can completely capitalize on this. So he's going to send one out now at 3 minutes. If I were Behemoth, I would just proxy gate every single game from here on out until he finally decides to SCV scout. But yeah, that probe is going to an interesting position. It's proxy Stargate. It's really, really likely it's going to be proxy Stargate here.
Yeah, he's already double gas, full saturation.
And he
This
is
is what we're
luckily
talking
scouting
about.
in the right direction.
Okay.
Deciding to go.
For
He has
once.
decided to go clockwise, which is good. And he will get the reactor out on this barracks as well.
He's so late, man. He's going to
Yeah.
come in here, and he's seeing the double gases. These are quick gases. And probes are not being made. They're being cut so he can get this Oracle out faster. If he were on this Nexus now, he would see this. Will he see that probes aren't being made? Sabre comes in. Nope, probe starts up, and everything looks pretty normal from Sabre's perspective, unless he's actually counting the workers. So those 20 seconds that Sabre got here later, he did not see that Behemoth had cut workers to get a faster Stargate. It makes it look much less suspicious, and I think that Sabre's in a lot of trouble right now. He has no idea that this is coming.
Yeah, the one saving grace, if he does pick up on it, there's a lot of chrono saved up there on the Nexus, but he will die before he sees it start to be used. But that is often an indicator that he is going for some sort of proxy play, usually the Stargate. And yeah, he does start to chrono out the Oracle there. But is there enough?
There's no eBay on the way.
No, and you know what amazes me is I had a talk with Sabre about this. You know, what do you say was his biggest fear? The Oracle, right?
He did.
He told me, he's like, I'm just going to straight up build an engineering bay every game and drop a turret in my mineral line.
Yeah.
He didn't. He didn't.
You know, I don't think that that's particularly a smart thing to do. In this case, it would work out for him, but he just needs to be scouting around the map.
He does get the early warning here, at least due to the position of those, but doesn't move his Marines into position yet. There they come now. Will he be able to pick this up? And no, it does get away.
So the Oracle count grows faster than the Marine count here, is the thing to keep in mind.
Isn't that amazing? It's absolutely amazing. So he was going for that starport, but it was already scouted by Behemoth.
Watch that rally, and this time Behemoth, unlike on Yansu, he does not run his Oracle into the mineral line, into the Marines. Hopefully. Here we go, here we go! Oh,
but
he gets away.
Jeez, oh,
Pretty
like,
good hold on this so far. Does annoy that worker again. He's going for the Widow Mines here, which are going to be, if he just burrows one in his mineral line, he should be pretty safe. But yeah, but this is kind of driven away.
Oh god. I'm a little afraid, man. That rally on that Oracle.
The third one? Oh no, I gotta look at it. It's gonna be too close.
Yeah, that's it's just within the range of that Widow Mine. We'll see.
No, I hope he
Is
grabs it. Grab it.
Yeah, that is. Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh, but he's in range. He's in range. Boom.
He did get the Workers' Consolation Prize. He did-
Nice.
That
Not
is
too bad. Well,
cancel.
three oracles, 5 workers killed total.
So we were talking about Blink at the beginning, and while I agreed with everyone's sentiments that this is one of the weaker Blink maps currently in the entire map pool, because of the interior located natural expansion that's super easy to protect, you may be going for it. I'd actually love to see Dark Shrine, like that would just make my day, but
Yeah.
I don't. Well, he is taking 2 super fast second gases. Actually, that does lend towards Dark Shrine or towards a mistake, to be perfectly blunt. So we'll
What
see what.
mistake are you thinking about?
Oh, it would just be too. He would have a too high a gas count. Like it would be disproportionate.
Yeah,
If he's
okay.
going for Blink Stalkers with 3rd and 4th gases this fast. Okay, so a Templar Archives. This actually lends towards. You know, he can go
Oracle
for
sneaking in now, and this is still actually
Wow.
potential trouble.
3
Yeah.
oracles. Oh my.
Cute to lift him up here in that medevac to save him, but
Working down the reactor.
Love that.
we'll get it.
And gets away. That was super
Wow.
cool.
10
Nice
workers killed.
I want to know what Sabre's going for, because instead of dropping an engineering bay, he went for an armory.
Hellbat drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he lost his reactor. Slows that down so substantially. And Behemoth is just looking in a sex position. He has gone for Templar. Maybe he's going to go for Archon. Maybe he's going to go for Storm. But either way, he's going to have splash damage. And there are not going to be Ghosts. There are not going to be Vikings.
Not
That's
anytime here in the near future.
yeah, he's going for Hellbats, man.
How often do you say to yourself, Oracle hit squad? Because that's what we have going on.
Not nearly enough. The
these guys are
oracles will
police.
see that this drop's coming across. That's not gonna really find
Oh
anywhere
man,
to
if
go,
he
I
walks
think.
anywhere near that front door, I'm just gonna be so sick if I see feedback.
I'm actually...
Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's here at the natural.
yeah, this drop is
Um,
going to get nothing
Nothing.
done.
Photon
Photon
overcharge.
overcharge.
Set that off.
Cannon, Oracles.
It's actually targeting down the there it goes.
Well played from Behemoth. Yeah.
Whoa, that was
Yeah,
close.
he'll live, but yeah, it's closer than it should have been.
Should just use one like revelation on that and say, okay, I'll know where you're at.
Would love to see a single Phoenix actually out of Behemoth right now. Because these drops are kind of lingering and he has no good way to deal with them.
Whoa, well the Vikings
Couple of
had a
Vikings
field
out
day.
here now.
This is... okay.
Nice last ditch revelation.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Might as well
Like-
do something. Yeah.
Well, he actually could have escaped with those Oracles. So Behemoth... The fact that he wanted vision on those Vikings... If he goes for an attack here in like the next few seconds, then that's a really cool play because he can actually dodge around the Vikings and make it that his attack is not scouted. But I don't feel like that's the case. So
Yeah, it's really interesting here. There's virtually no defense currently for
Yeah.
Protoss. Like almost none at all. But there will be such a strong defense in a little bit. And now that the storm is done and he's got the energy,
There's a
it'll be really
feedback.
hard.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
there you go.
I love that orange side storm for the
It
colors.
is nice.
all right. So
He knows Templar
current
now.
positions. Let's take a look at the economies. 48 workers to 40. So honestly, about even. You know, mules are going to account for the disparity in workers. You've got a 3rd command center already completed through Sabre. So macro-wise, he's in the stronger position the longer this game goes on. However,
my
he has to
goodness.
contest. That
Oh.
could have been really bad.
That could have been so bad.
So he's got to deal with a really big attack here, though. You know, Storm melts Hellbats. It's like a really, really great way to deal with Hellbats. Especially when the medevac count is low, which it is. There's 1.
Yep, two
I
Templar
like this
going out.
attack. It could really, really work. He just needs some sort of detection to deal with the Widow Mines. And does he have an observer? He does not yet, so he's going to need to make an observer to accompany this attack. But if he gets an observer, Behemoth could really make this push work.
He's coming on in, trying for some storm drops here. He's going to sneak it behind
Yeah,
the main
I mean,
base.
one shot will not kill that warp prism.
Right.
Oh,
So
Saber's not paying attention. He's moving out. He sees.
Not going to see this. Drop will come in. Storm.
oh my
Oh.
goodness!
Oh,
what
wow.
are the odds?
That's the new Widow Mine, ladies and
That,
gentlemen.
that happens.
Oh, he should have just waited for the detonation.
Yeah.
That was
If
disheartening.
he just instantly stormed, he would have had time to, but he wasn't. I think he just wasn't looking at the precise time they went down.
Wow, I actually
But,
hadn't been. I hadn't done math on that. That's pretty
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, that had to be frustrating. Yeah,
It's
80
amazing.
damage.
That's pretty much half his Templar gone. He only
Yeah.
has 2 remaining that have storms.
Yeah, and they do have a lot of storms though, with 200 energy, 163 energy, so you'll still have a few available.
Oh, these
With a couple more being worked in. See here? Yeah, nice storm right on the bulk of them. But the tanks, I think, might save them here.
I love Zealots versus tanks.
He needs to throw down storms and then make these into Archons. He's going to lose these Templar for no reason. They're super valuable. He can turn those into Archons. Meanwhile, the Warp Prism is here. There's not any anti-air support, so he could actually warp Zealots directly on top of those tanks. But he's actually going to focus on this third. I don't like this decision from Behemoth. He needs to go for the push here and get more damage in than just a third base.
Archon is taken out, and unfortunately the reinforcement are stalkers coming in, and they just suck against tanks. Here, he will clear out the bio and these Hellbats, but he's not going to be able to get up against up the ramp here.
He could. He needs to be used this Warp Prism. Warp Prism's key
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Even
that
against
warp
Energy
prism's
drink.
just
Now,
hanging out.
he could actually warp Zealots directly on top of these tanks and kill them. Instead, he's crashing his face into all 3 tanks. Behemoth's entire army is cleaned up, and that's the end of that push.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabre looking stronger and stronger here. He does have to repair this command center, but once that gets in situation, and he's even making a 4th one. Sabres loves making command centers. There's been games in this tournament where he's made like 10.
Yeah.
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 All right, that Widow Mine's going to come out, and I really thought he was just going to go pick off that Warp Prism, but
It's just hanging out. It's
Yeah, just chilling.
it's
No
like, what's
problems.
up? What's up, guys?
I'll get you later.
well, you know, back at home, Behemoth is paying a lot of attention. He's macroing up really, really hard. He's already got his excess probes doing long distance mining, and I do like his upgrades. You know, he's got good upgrades underway.
He's got 2 forges, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
he needs to start his +2 attack, but he's already got +2 armor on the way. And we contrast it against our mech friend over here, and he's only going for weapons. Weapons 2's on the way right now.
Yeah, no armor. And how many Immortals we got on the field right now? Just 2. And how many? Got another one on the way. Yeah, he's going to be able to counter those siege tanks real good. Second robotics day coming down too. 3. Oh boy.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, we do have mostly siege tanks coming out here still for Saber. Hellbats are actually surprisingly good against Immortals, but you need almost this critical number where their flame starts to just take them down and melt them, but he's not quite at that number where he's just going to melt the front line of Zealots or anything. So he could use adding a few more of those on, but tanks obviously still alright. Hard to attack into, even if you've got a good composition.
Mm-hmm. What we got
And
here?
Saber just continuing to make more command centers.
7
This little
Hellbat
7
hit squad.
Hellbat hit squad.
That's
That was
exactly what I
weird.
just said. That was freaky. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe if he had the transformer tech to turn them into Hellions, but no deal.
I'm surprised he's still coming in.
Yeah, he just wants to say.
You know, even in a bio composition, Hellbats are a completely underused unit against.
They really are. Yeah, they're so good at just tanking this initial like Zealot charge. Like, Zealot charge usually so scary for Terrans, but you charge right into blue flame. Whatever.
So supply is currently favoring our Terran player. Saber quite substantially, 79 workers, but 68 for Behemoth. But the thing I'm really concerned about here is that Ghosts are now on the field, and we haven't seen a transition to any type of other splash damage from
Yeah.
Behemoth. He has a nice Immortal count at 4, but that
This is
really
a
doesn't shape up against
Saber
8
build.
tanks.
Boy.
Derek Shrine coming out there now as well. But
Yeah.
I think there's enough detection around. I mean, there's a Raven, so he's going to be
Multiple Ravens on the way.
okay. Yeah.
Behemoth actually really needs to get another base down. He needs to get a third base rolling. Oh, there it is. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome.
Here's
Because
what
his
worries
main
me
is
is
mined out.
this is like on Derelict Watcher, guys, with the front door protecting the second and the third base. As far as Sabre is, he's already entrenched on 3 bases, pretty solid.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he
Here
wanted.
comes a fairly ill-advised drop. Doing pretty good, but there's a lot of cannons around here. Gets feedback down, so there's no retreat. But yeah, annoying, but that was obviously very well defended.
Yeah, a lot of cannons in position. Really, really good from Behemoth there, and he didn't have to pull his army out of position this time. You know, he does not have vision of this new base, however, and he's gonna want to get a peek at that so that he can actually deny this, because this is the cool thing about mech, like about playing against mech, is that they really can't spread themselves out as thinly as is required for them to do to take this many bases. We've got Sabre about to go up to his 5th base.
Yeah.
When he's only at 180 supply. That should not be possible. Behemoth with very few units, you know, throw an Oracle over there. Just deny mining.
He's
These are
sending
the
an
types of
army
things that he could do.
of SUVs to build everything. I love that. It's like
Yeah, the biggest thing
insta-base.
to do against mech is, you know, harass. Spread them. Make them stay in a defensive posture and to keep their units thin like butter on bread. But right now, Sabre's actually almost maxed out. He's getting ready to push. It's going to be really, really interesting because Behemoth actually wants to move forward and engage this before these tanks. Look at this. The Hellbats are all behind the tanks right now. Imagine if Behemoth walked into that army.
I want to see if anybody turns around. Oh, boy. I see both armies on the screen.
This could...
He's actually going to
good
try and
scan.
get this
Oh,
guys
boy.
aware of it. That's very important. If he wasn't aware and walked by it, then it's a disaster. Decent storms going off here along the front line.
Yep.
Macro needs to keep up for Behemoth. He cannot over-focus on this fight, which is definitely something that can happen when you're in a tournament-level scene. But no, 3 Immortals start up. Good concentration from Behemoth, and not forgetting to macro during all this game.
He's going to get this ghost in here for some EMPs, and he will try and bring him forward. One total miss on one of those.
Yeah, that was queued up.
Yeah.
All right. So Behemoth, he's got a couple Immortals that are missing shield here, but mostly his army's still in pretty good shape, whereas Sabre has actually expended, as we were talking about, some of those EMPs. He's still got 1 remaining. Nice feedbacks on the Medivacs, but the Hellbats aren't anywhere nearby right now. This would not be a bad fight if Behemoth actually managed to engage the northern half of this force.
Oh, if he catches, if he sees this opportunity, there's a lot to do here. If he can actually split the tanks off.
Oh, he's going for it. Yeah, he's going for the Hellbats, and this is awesome for Behemoth because these tanks are going to be...
Oh, yeah, they're totally out of position.
Kills these Hellbats.
Tanks just ran it down in this one hold position of Mortals for some reason. And he will clean up that Hellbat for us. Supply is still relatively even here. Although one thing, and I know Sabre does this every now and then, he's at 94 workers, and that's too many.
Yeah,
He needs more of that in his army supply as opposed to being tied up.
Oh, support at all. He's going to come in here. He's got the server in the air. He's going to clean up all these tanks. It's just a question of what is going to be the supply for Sabre after all these off a 30 supply deficit right now.
Wow.
For Sabre, he is in one really rough position.
Wow, that was an awesome engagement there for Behemoth. He just... You're right. That whole split of that army and that separating the Hellbats from the siege tanks just made life so easy for Behemoth.
Yeah, just divide and conquer on that.
Yeah.
And how do you even start to rebuild against 11 Immortals?
Yeah, he
Out
lost
on the
all
field. There's no way to.
He's
Air
got
units?
one. He's got 1 tank.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Behemoth, man, he's going to go for the throat right now.
Oh, man.
He's going to get all the legs and arms.
Good
Nice
EMPs.
EMP there, though, on everything. But storms going off on the ramp, all these Hellbats choked up. Just a slaughter. Yeah, you can see the shields ripped off all these Immortals, and yet no damage being done to them.
Oh, he
whatsoever.
two-shot at the command center. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sabre in a whirl of hurt here.
Yeah, this all came down to Sabre splitting up his mech army. The strength of mech in the current state, you know, is that you have, especially with Ravens, is really as a ball or as a line where the Hellbats are in front and the units support each other. It's no different than Protoss. And
We
when
have
you
battle
split that
cruisers.
army in half,
5 battle cruisers just popped out.
Oh, it sure did.
Sorry, didn't want to
And
cut you
that
off,
is
buddy.
and that is the transition, obviously, that he should be going
it's too
for.
much though.
It's, yeah, there's a lot out here on the ground. Feedback's still actually pretty good against
Yeah.
battle cruisers. Right now,
Yeah.
if he was able to catch this army, obviously there's nothing there.
But there's
deal-
no mining for Sabre. He's got one base building in the top right hand. Well, he does have this one in the bottom left. That needs
Yeah, I
to
was
be
gonna
found.
say this guy.
Yeah, that needs to be found by Behemoth. Absolutely does need to find that base because he sees will be a net. He does not want to put up his ramp. This
And
is a
now he
terrible
knows
idea.
about the battle cruiser.
Yeah. And he's got 3 Stargates wrapping up right now. So, I mean, he's not in the worst position, but he needs to snipe this base. He cannot let this base continue to mine. That's going to let Sabre continue to remax on BCs.
Yeah, and he just doesn't know about it. He thinks, well, I mean, he took out 2 bases. 58 workers killed by Behemoth. But Behemoth is free expanding on the left side of the map now.
Yeah, I think there's a little window here where these battle cruisers have no counter to them, but it's a short window. He's got to get in and actually not even go for bases, but destroy the entire infrastructure,
Yep.
or
Here
else
we
these
go.
Tempests are going to be out,
Yeah.
and that's going to be that.
I was going to say, a hard counter here would be Tempest, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then poof.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Tempest coming.
Yeah, Tempest Void Ray is going to counter this pretty well, but it's going to take time. Tempest taking an extremely long time on the field. And the thing is, yeah, okay, now he's chrono. He needs to chrono boost these Tempests like non-stop.
Oh,
Don't
good.
miss a beat.
Yeah, and these battle cruisers, unfortunately, waiting around. I think they're almost waiting for like this Yamato cannon to finish.
Yeah.
Well,
He needs
but
to
he
get the
can't.
Yamato cannon out.
So Behemoth actually, the biggest thing right now Behemoth needs to be doing, he has 16 Immortals. Not only are these taking out supply because he's maxed, but they're going to do nothing in this fight. He needs to push with these.
Yeah.
He needs to force the battle cruisers to go home. Or let the Immortals die. But he needs to send the Immortals across the map. Leaving them in his ball of anti-air does nothing for him as this game goes.
There goes the Hellbats.
Yeah, and Yamato's going down on those cannons behind the
Oh, boy.
natural line, which is a little bit of a waste, but yeah, and there
At
comes
the same
end.
time, he needs to get rid of as much energy from those battle cruisers as possible, because as soon as he
so
gets
that
up
he's
to
not being
exactly.
That's an excellent point, actually.
Yeah.
Behemoth now
There's
supply
the
blocked out. He's going to need to build a lot of pylons, and I don't see it happening at the moment. Meanwhile, base is picked off towards the top corner, by the way.
Are we going to have a super base race?
Yeah, we potentially could if he's actually able to get in and destroy the infrastructure while this whole Immortal Force comes up. It's obviously going to ruin everything.
The siege tanks obviously have no chance here. This is going to be very short.
Yeah.
Behemoth. He has so much money. He needs to drop pylons. So many
Yeah.
pylons. It looks like he's building them now up in the top left-hand corner. He's
Yeah, I was
gonna
going to
need
say, he does have
43.
that one base over here.
Sabre not actually controlling. There he goes, controlling his battle cruiser army now. But I think he's got to get in and really take out the heart of this tech.
Yeah, he's going to get the Templar
army needs to
Archives
move.
right now, which is huge. That means no more feedbacks besides the 3 Templar that are currently on the field.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy situation. And
More pylons. That's what Behemoth
fortunately,
needs now.
yeah, exactly.
More
If
pylons.
Behemoth does not supply block and was able to get these 3 more Tempests out on the map, then this is easy.
This is
But
actually
with this
game over
many
in that
battle
case.
cruisers, yeah. You know,
Let's see if he
there are
drops
6
some
Tempests.
starports, maybe up here.
Yeah, I mean, he had the thing is his cyber core is already destroyed, so he has to rebuild his entire infrastructure. There it is, cyber core going down.
Oh,
right.
he's focus firing.
Oh, the Vikings, the Vikings. One Tempest goes down, and that. Oh my God, it's the second Tempest. He's gonna lose the second.
Oh, he definitely will. 3
He
more.
might lose more. He's gonna lose more than that. And then where the Stalkers, the Stalkers actually tanked the line when they pushed up that ramp. So all of Behemoth's anti-air, which is obliterated except for Tempest.
Yeah, you got
all
2
he's got.
Banshees going off on all these stalkers. So low health, but 1 hit point Banshee with 5 kills on it.
All right. So I actually think Behemoth would have won in a heads-up fight with the Stalker Tempest that he had before, but he threw it and with the High Templar.
I agree.
But now he's just down to 4 Tempests. That's his anti-air. He's lost all of it otherwise.
He has
And,
nothing back over here to help him
that's it.
out.
Yep.
And these Hellbats have killed like 3 bases off already.
Yeah, he's building the pylons now, but he was really actually focused on like killing everything. When really it's a tough call, but in that kind of a position, you want to focus on just moving through their base and focus on rebuilding your infrastructure and what you need to do as last second things because the clock is ticking on your base.
Sabre doesn't see this base. I'm looking at his vision. He's going everywhere except where this base is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to know it yet, but is going after obviously what used to be the third here.
Factory's heading there right now.
Oh man, why didn't I wish he had left 2 or 3 immortals down here. Clear up the supply depots.
He's about to send the Hellbats up there though, and there are 4 Stargates where they need to get churning out units right now. Behemoth cannot wait on this, but I mean he can't make Tempest, so make Void Rays. He's got to make stuff, and instead, take a look at his vision. He's
What is he? Yeah.
Okay, there we go. He's starting now. He sees it.
Yeah.
He's starting up some.
There they are. Okay, yeah, I just checked. I'm looking at Sabre vision.
Research.
He also should send his Immortals over, well, that's a tough call, I guess. No, the Immortals should be pushing.
Yeah, 2 immortals working down the main base for Sabre.
Yeah.
The rest of them over here.
I know, Sabre following through dangerously low, like 7 command center.
I like how you put that. Dangerously low.
A lot of these Void Rays can get out, man. He could fight this army, but he's
these Banshees, there's no detection. No, there is an observer somewhere, but it's way across the map. He's doesn't have it with his arm.
Oh, he doesn't even know about it.
This is gonna do a lot of damage.
A big battle coming up.
Oh, it's go time.
Can't fight this. Alright, that's game.
No, what?
He just got a small, yeah, he got a iron.
Why do people use
Very
the
well
move
played.
command?
Super well played from Sabre here, man.
GG.
Very interesting game.
The prediction was right. He does not.